Natsurushino awakens one morning to a startling revelation. He has undergone a remarkable transformation into a woman. To compound the unusual situation, a plush tiger named Eviscerated Tiger appears, identifying itself as a messenger. Eviscerated Tiger informs Natsuru that he has become a Kämpfer, destined to engage in battles against other Kämpfer. As a prerequisite for participation, Kämpfer must take on a female form. Thus, Natsuru undergoes a gender transformation to align with this requirement. The following day, Natsuru finds himself under attack by another Kämpfer named Akane Mishima, brandishing a sidearm. Swiftly, Natsuru steps in to shield his friend Kaede Sakura from Akane's assault. In a surprising turn of events, Natsuru rescues Akane from a falling lamppost, showcasing unexpected heroism. On the subsequent day, a reserved girl approaches Natsuru, unveiling herself as Akane. In her Kämpfer form, Akane bears a strikingly distinct appearance and personality. She shares valuable information about the Kämpfer, even assisting Natsuru during his transformations. Their collaboration arises from the matching blue color of their bracelets, designating them as Blue Kämpfer. Their adversaries, the Red Kämpfer, identifiable by their red bracelets, become clear opponents. As the day unfolds, Kaede confesses to Natsuru that she has developed feelings for his Kämpfer persona. Seeking guidance the next day, Natsuru and Akane encounter an unexpected assault from a concealed Kämpfer within the school library. In the ensuing chaos, when Kaede emerges, Akane mistakenly perceives her as the enemy and fires her weapon in her direction. Natsuru intervenes just in time to prevent Akane from firing at Kaede, and the assailant slips away as the school bell signals the start of the next class. Recognizing the perilous situation, Natsuru becomes vigilant, exercising caution around the girls in his vicinity. The looming danger prompts him to heighten his awareness. Later, Shizuku Sango, the president of the student council, interrogates Natsuru and Akane regarding the library incident. Natsuru pledges to introduce Kaede to his Kämpfer form the following day. Akane and their messengers propose a strategy to make Kaede resent Natsuru's Kämpfer persona, but Kaede surprises them by asking Natsuru out instead. To Natsuru's astonishment, he discovers that Shizuku is the Kämpfer adversary. Engaging in a challenging confrontation, Natsuru and Akane struggle against Shizuku but eventually succeed in thwarting her. In a negotiation, Natsuru strikes a deal with Shizuku, allowing her to live if she refrains from harming Kaede. As whispers about sightings of Kämpfer Natsuru circulate, Shizuku takes a cunning step by enrolling him in the girls' division of the school. Embarking on his initial day in the girls' section of the school, Natsuru finds himself placed in Akane's class, where he quickly gains popularity among his female peers. During this time, Kaede bravely confesses her affection for Natsuru. However, he finds himself unable to respond as his bracelet unexpectedly begins to illuminate. Subsequently, the newspaper club conducts an interview with Natsuru, producing a somewhat dubious article about him. Despite this, Kaede steps forward to counter many of the rumors, successfully steering the situation in a positive direction. The atmosphere remains favorable, until Shizuku initiates the spread of a rumor suggesting that the female Natsuru is romantically involved with the male counterpart. Seeking refuge in the library, Natsuru undergoes a transformation back to his male form, only to encounter Akane, who reprimands him and causes an accidental tumble. This incident is witnessed by Kaede, who, upon seeing the compromising position, turns against Natsuru. She pledges to compete to win the affection of Kämpfer Natsuru. As the cultural festival approaches, Natsuru is taken aback to discover that Shizuku has enrolled him in the Miss Seidetsu beauty contest. In an attempt to secure a replacement, Natsuru resorts to offering Shizuku a shoulder massage. However, the arrangement crumbles when Akane barges in, brandishing her firearm, causing the deal to unravel, leaving Natsuru compelled to participate. Opting for a karaoke performance, Natsuru and Akane embark on a lingerie shopping expedition. The situation escalates when Shizuku decides to lend a hand. Later, Kaede joins the group at the karaoke bar, where she, Akane, and Shizuku vie for the opportunity to perform a duet with Natsuru. Kaede presses Natsuru for a response to her earlier confession, but he struggles to answer, on the brink of transforming back to his male form. Tensions rise as Akane confronts Kaede for attempting a clandestine confession. To Natsuru's astonishment, all three, Akane, Kaede, and Shizuku, decide to enter the beauty contest, much to his surprise and dismay. As the cultural festival looms, the class outfits Natsuru and Akane in a variety of costumes for the Miss Seidetsu beauty contest. Amidst the preparations in the dressing room, Kaede barges in, reigniting a dispute with Akane. Later, in his male form, Natsuru encounters Kaede and offers her words of encouragement, despite her viewing him as a rival. On the day of the beauty contest, Natsuru lacks a performance, but Kaede takes the stage with a skit, tossing a bouquet into the audience. In a near-kiss moment between them, Akane, in her Kämpfer form, intervenes, unleashing gunfire. Shizuku then materializes and incapacitates everyone else, claiming victory in the contest by default. Following the competition, Natsuru awakens in his male form, only to have his first kiss pilfered by Shizuku. Simultaneously, Natsuru's childhood friend, Mikoto Kondo, who caught Sakura's bouquet, discovers the messenger, strangled stray dog, concealed within it. Natsuru receives a surprise when his childhood friend, Mikoto, makes a return. As Kämpfer Natsuru heads to school, she finds herself coerced into participating in a quasi-maid cafe. Later, accompanied by Shizuku, she is forewarned about the arrival of a new Kämpfer. Kaede later joins the group, and Shizuku subtly probes her for any insights into the Kämpfer and the entrails animals that spawn them. During a moment in the haunted house, Kaede requests a kiss from Natsuru, who declines but agrees to a date during the festival instead. The atmosphere takes a tense turn when a new red Kämpfer attacks Natsuru, revealing herself to be none other than Mikoto. Akane intervenes, and the skirmish is halted by Shizuku, who urges Natsuru and Akane to disclose their true identities. Once everyone is on the same page, Shizuku proposes a truce, expressing her desire to uncover certain information. Natsuru, feeling remorseful for abandoning Kaede, apologizes, and Kaede extends an invitation for her to spend the night at her house. Natsuru, unexpectedly joined by Akane, and Shizuku arrives at Kaede's residence, adorned with numerous entrails animals. Kaede initiates the gathering with a game involving two individuals nibbling on opposite ends of a pocky stick. Akane's maneuvers to avoid being paired with Natsuru result in her being matched with Shizuku. In the subsequent round, Akane teams up with Natsuru, but he inadvertently breaks the stick before she can reach it. Following the unsuccessful attempts to pair with Natsuru, Kaede concludes the game and showcases her assortment of entrails animals, including the prototype, burnt-alive lion. Mikoto makes an entrance, bringing curry with her, and Shizuku, using it as an excuse, pours it on Natsuru's face, insisting that he needs to take a shower. Compelled to bathe in his female form due to Kaede's persistent curiosity, Natsuru faces the awkward situation. As he attempts to settle into sleep, an accidental transformation back into his male form occurs just as Kaede sneaks into his bed. Before Kaede notices the transformation, Akane appears in her Kämpfer form, eager to convey her feelings to Natsuru. Their intimate moment is abruptly interrupted by an attack from a white Kämpfer, Rika Yuta, who retreats after Shizuku intervenes. Later on, Shizuku contemplates whether her feelings toward Natsuru might be tinged with jealousy. Shizuku extends an invitation to male Natsuru for a rendezvous. Despite her insistence that it's a genuine date, Natsuru goes along, suspecting it's a ploy to lure out the white Kämpfer. After a trip to the aquarium and a picnic, Shizuku delves into questioning Natsuru about his affection for Kaede. Unwilling to directly inquire if he suspects a link between Kaede and the moderators, she shifts the conversation to the Kämpfer battle, reminiscing about a fallen comrade. During a brief nap, Natsuru experiences a peculiar dream, only to awaken on Shizuku's lap, prompting curiosity about any antics she might have tried while he slept. As the date concludes, Mikoto catches sight of them, expressing displeasure at Natsuru going out with Shizuku, exacerbated by Shizuku's candid remarks. Subsequently, Akane pays a visit to Natsuru's house after hearing about the date from Mikoto. She queries Natsuru about his preferences in girls, aside from Kaede. When Natsuru casually mentions someone like Akane, she transforms, compelling him to make an oath and agree to another date with her. Akane enjoys a summer date with male Natsuru by the pool, intending for it to be a romantic affair. However, their plans take an unexpected turn when Mikoto, Shizuku, and Kaede also make an appearance. While at the pool, Shizuku detects 3 white Kämpfers when passing by Kaede. Deciding on a strategic move, Shizuku sends female Natsuru to stroll alone, leading her to be ambushed by a group of white Kämpfer, Sayaka Nakao, Ryoka Yamakawa, and Hitomi Minagawa. Akane and Shizuku intervene to rescue Natsuru, but to his dismay, Shizuku reveals that Natsuru was essentially used as bait to unveil the white Kämpfer. The white Kämpfer, rather than facing them head-on, opt to flee. Later, male Natsuru and the girls enjoy a delightful time at the hotel. Akane and Mikoto express shock at Natsuru going on a date with Shizuku. Adding to the surprise, Shizuku goes the extra mile by kissing Natsuru in front of the others. Kaede then invites male Natsuru outside the room, and, captivated by her sudden move, Natsuru complies without a second thought. In their private conversation, Kaede skillfully manipulates the entranced Natsuru into following her, and they step outside to witness the mesmerizing fireworks. Natsuru finds himself seated alongside Kaede outside the hotel, who employs hypnotic influence to prompt him into forming a connection with Shizuku. As Natsuru, unable to recall events post-leaving the room, is confronted by Akane, Shizuku, and Mikoto in their respective Kämpfer forms, Kaede mysteriously vanishes. The group returns to the hotel, where they are greeted by Kaede, who seemingly has no recollection of watching the fireworks with Natsuru. Following this, they all head to the women's baths, with Natsuru in his female form. During this time, Natsuru succumbs to the effects of the hypnotism, leading him to bring Shizuku back to the room, intending to make a move. However, he is abruptly incapacitated when he inadvertently discloses that Kaede instructed him to do so. A subsequent scene unveils that Kaede appears to be in control of the White Kämpfer. Later, Shizuku extends an invitation to Natsuru to visit her residence, intending to reveal insights about Kaede. She employs Bert to Death Lion, under Kaede's influence, to disclose details about the Kämpfer system. Shizuku recollects the tragic loss of her close friend Temiko in a Kämpfer battle, fueling her determination for vengeance against those responsible for the initiation of Kämpfer combat. When Natsuru confronts Kaede about these revelations, he once again succumbs to Kaede's hypnotic influence. Under Kaede's control, Natsuru and the White Kämpfer ensnare and apprehend Shizuku, Akane, and Mikoto. Upon awakening, the trio finds themselves chained together. Kaede urges Natsuru to finish them off, but his attention is caught by a keychain he previously purchased for Shizuku. Breaking free from the hypnotic spell, Natsuru declares his allegiance to his friends, despite his feelings for Kaede. This declaration galvanizes Shizuku, Akane, and Mikoto, enabling them to break their restraints and effortlessly overcome the White Kämpfer. Despite Kaede's attempts to entice Natsuru once again, he transforms back to his normal form, removing himself from the confrontation and thwarting Kaede's manipulations. This forces Kaede and the White Kämpfer into a hasty retreat. With the battle concluded, Shizuku, Akane, and Mikoto redirect their attention to Natsuru. Initially perturbed by his attempt to make a move with Kaede in their presence, they then engage in a playful competition to vie for Natsuru's favor, employing various tactics to showcase their unique qualities, including kissing, hand-holding, and more intimate gestures. On the morning of Christmas Eve, Natsuru awakens to a startling revelation. He and his messenger, Disemboweled Tiger, have swapped bodies. Embracing the peculiar situation, Disemboweled Tiger decides to venture outside to relish this unique occurrence. Much to their surprise, they encounter Natsuru's friends Mikoto, Shizuku, and Akane on the streets, who also find themselves in a similar predicament with their respective messengers, Strangled Stray Dog, Electrocuted Wildcat, and Black Seppuku Rabbit. The messengers revel in the novelty of their new bodies until an unfortunate incident involving a sneaky food bill compels them to participate in an impromptu show. Kaede crosses paths with them and decides to whisk them away to an amusement park, where the atmosphere takes an unexpected turn as they engage in risque games and experiences with her. Subsequently, Kaede, grappling with guilt, seeks solace in a church to confess her perceived sin of engaging in indecent acts with multiple girls simultaneously. However, her confession leads to punishment by the student council, who coincidentally are working there. The messengers attempt to rescue Kaede but find themselves in an unexpected skirmish when they realize, to their delight, that they can experience pain. After bidding their farewells to Kaede, they embark on a sleigh ride, marking the conclusion of this peculiar Christmas tale. And this is all for this video. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.